like 6-7 hours. The decision was made based on curiosity. Grateful for the experience. It was very careful with your nutrition, your water, and what you eat. The teacher presented us the Camino and all the culture around. The special memory that I have is when...
Hello, Pilgrims. Welcome to our podcast number 4. Today we have with us Yanina, who walked the Coastal Portuguese Camino last year. So we're going to be talking with her a little bit about what was her experience. So welcome, Yanina. Thank you very much for joining us today. So what made you to make the Camino last year?
Oh, hello, Efrain. Thank you for inviting me. The decision was made based on curiosity. I learned about the Camino in a course that I took at college when I was taking, my bachelor's degree in Spanish, in Hispanic linguistics, and the teacher presented us the Camino and all the culture around that, and it was really shocking. I was really curious, and I was thinking that it was a great, opportunity to share that experience with friends.
Okay, and when was that you learned about that?
In 2019, 20, something like that.
2019. Okay, so then 4 years later, you made the Camino. And what
Yes.
what made to make the Camino 4 years later? What I know that is curiosity that you just mentioned, but what made you to take the decision 4 years later?
Well, to be honest, your wife, she told me that she was preparing for the Camino, and she invited me. And at that moment I said, wow, that is the opportunity to see what the Camino is about. And then after that I invite another friend, and we create a nice pack of pilgrims based on that.
So how many people were working with you?
Actually,
six people. During the Camino, when you were walking, do you met anybody? So people that go going around, did you talk with anybody of the people that were around you?
Well, yes, especially with the couple that joined us with the first group. In the first group, we were 4, and after that, a couple joined us. It was very interesting to meet them, and even walking. When you are walking, you met other people. You met nice people, sometimes angry people that don't like pilgrims, everything. But that is what makes the Camino very interesting. You can see people from all around the world and talk, people singing, people praying, people just having fun, But in particular, I haven't met one person in particular during the Camino. But yes, I found a lot of people around.
Okay. And how was the food around the Camino? It was a good restaurant. So how was that?
Restaurants. It's Spain. It's the north. You will find good restaurants, but that is a tricky thing, because if you eat a lot in the middle of the day, it's hard to complete the last part of the route. So you have to be very careful with your nutrition, your water, and what you eat during the Camino. So yes, especially
and usually, how many hours do you work during the every day?
Walking.
Yes. How many hours?
It depends, because our Camino was pre-planned. So some days, I don't remember exactly, but some days we walk like 6-7 hours. Other day, I remember we just walk for 4 hours. It depends of the itinerary that the company was preparing for us, but I don't remember exactly, but it was doable.
Okay. And so, do you have breakfast before leaving the hotel in the morning?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. And then, what have mean the Camino for you after you made the Camino?
At least it was
Any
another
experience?
experience. I love to travel. I love you know, to experience different, cultures and know people. So yes, it was another very, very grateful. Well, I'm grateful for the experience. It was very, very nice. I'm not religious, so it doesn't
Okay.
have any connection with the religion for me. But yes, sure, it was a moment to talk with friends, to, you know, introspection, um, challenge your body and your mind too. But yes, I think in that way it was a good experience for me.
So that means that even that you are not religious, you have a really good time there.
Yes, yes, for sure. Because I was with friends, eating, walking, talking. So what else? You have everything to have a good time.
Okay. And then, so what happened when do you get to the end of the walk? So anything that you experienced different, or it was about the same?
No, it was the same. It was a little frustrating that I couldn't enter to the church because they have a lot of limitation with the backpacks and that things. So I couldn't enter to the final mass that is very, typical and cultural. It has a lot of cultural significance, but that doesn't, shade the moment that I had. But it was really, I didn't expect that. After
Okay.
walking, you cannot enter to the mass. But yes, it
Okay.
was a
So
good
in
experience
that
anyway.
aspect, in that
Yes,
aspect, with that
yes.
situation that happened to you, what would you
Yeah.
recommend to future pilgrims in order that they be allowed to go to
I don't
the
know. I don't know how people, deal with that because if you are walking with all your, backpacks or things, you know, I don't know. I don't know because they even offer a place to leave them. So I don't know, Efrain, how to solve that. The way that we solve it, since it was it was important for me, but it was not so important like the other people that I was walking because it didn't have any spiritual significance for me. I stay with all the things and people enter to the mass. But I think that is something that you have to plan ahead to avoid that because people can feel very frustrated. Not my case, you know
Okay.
and it's not a very bad thing, but it really happened.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. And if I do not recall incorrectly, I have heard about the place that is close to the cathedral that I probably look into that after we go into church. That outside there
Yes.
is a place where you can leave your
Ah,
luggage and you pay for
yes,
it.
you have to plan that. That is very interesting point because yes, probably yes, it has to be some way to do it. But well,
Yes.
we let the
Okay. So, and what about the way that you go to the Camino? How you get into your first hotel? Where
by
you travel
taxi
from?
from the airport. I don't remember, but we have a company, so we arrived to Santiago. We went to the hotel, I don't remember, by train. We took a couple of trains. What do you mean? And in every, at the end of every,
At the beginning, at the beginning.
at the beginning, we arrived, I think by train. I don't remember, to be
Okay.
honest.
And how was the transportation? Do you remember?
What, we took a train. I don't
Okay.
remember. To be,
Okay.
But we arrived there for sure, and the Camino started the next day. So we had a very good night of sleep, and the other day we start with the experience. But I
Okay.
remember we arrived to Santiago, and from Santiago, I don't remember if we took a taxi, a bus, or a train. I don't remember how we arrived to Bayona, to be honest, because when we come back, we had a flight from Santiago to
Okay.
London. So from to Santiago to Bayona, I don't remember. But it was not very bad. If not, I will remember. So a taxi or train or something like that.
Okay. Okay. And then, would you recommend the Camino to walk the Camino to somebody else?
Yes, yes, totally. I think if, especially for me, I think I'm not ready to do it alone. Many people you can find during the Camino, met doing the Camino alone. But for my personal experience, I'm not ready to do it alone. But with friends, if you want to have a nice experience, nice moments, laughing and introspection and connect with your friends in other way, that time to talk, deeply, that sometimes with your daily life, you don't have time to do it. That is a perfect time to do it. And the landscapes are beautiful. You can walk and eat some grapes.
Okay.
Yes,
And did you know that you also, besides walking the Camino, you can also bike the Camino?
yes, I saw people doing that, especially on the hill. That it will be so hard. Yeah, you have to be be very, very, trained to do that. I think it's harder by bike than walking, but I don't know. I'm not very, I'm not
Okay. Yeah, but
doing a
I
lot of
remember that
exercise.
we often see people just going by bike.
Yes, but you remember some hills, it was, I don't know. Yes, there were people, even people, people with wheelchairs, people with babies, you can see everything, whatever, everybody's there. It doesn't matter in which, uh, uh, if you walk or not. That is very interesting. You can see very, moving people that, really impress you, because sometimes people have some problems, to walk, or are in a wheelchair, or kids, or, that is very moving also.
Yeah. What would you say that is any special memory that you have from your experience at the Camino?
Well, the best, the special memory that I have is when we, one night we stay in an old church, or
Monastery.
a monastery, or yeah, that it was very interesting because it was a real monastery. So it was like very interesting night.
Okay. And what happened in that night?
Nothing happened, but the whole the whole environment is particular. Is all the rooms are like, if you are you are a nun, you don't have any TV, you don't have anything connected with the world. It's like you are out of the real world. So it's very interesting.
Okay. Nice. And what would you recommend to somebody that doesn't know anything about the Camino but want to walk the Camino? And what would you recommend to that person?
First, walk, start training little by little. Second, don't take a lot of things with you. So a lot of clothing. Don't take a lot of, technology, because you miss the point. If you are all the time taking pictures, videos, you miss the whole experience. So I think just take it as a moment to disconnect to the world, to the work, and connect with people. No worries about clothing, no worries about technology. Just enjoy, breathe, smell, the five senses. So put that in your mind. It's not YouTube or Instagram. Well, if you wanted to do it for Instagram, it's okay. I mean, I think to enjoy it and to, I think that is the best way to approach the Camino.
Okay, so good. Well, thank you very much, Yanina, for your time. So we're gonna be about to finish, and we're gonna just play a little game here about the Camino. So it's this and that. That's the game that we call. So what do you prefer? Someone plan the Camino for you, or you plan the logistic by yourself?
No, someone planning.
So someone take the transportation for you, or you take your transportation on the Camino with you every day that you are walking?
No. I want everything prepared. Transportation, for sure.
Okay.
Everything ready for me.
Okay. Would you like to have someone that be on call if needed at the time of any situation, emergency that you may have, or just you call directly to where you need a taxi or something like that, or you prefer someone that guide you?
Well, it depends if you manage the language and the culture. If you manage the language, you can do it by yourself, this kind of thing. I think it's more direct. If not, definitely you need a third person to manage that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when talking about travel insurance, you prefer to have travel insurance or do not have travel insurance?
Well, yes, always is preferable to have travel insurance. If you are living in Spain, I don't know if it makes sense if you are, European resident. But if you are from another country, yes. Yes, because you can have a very bad, I don't know, I didn't experience any problem. But I imagine that if you have travel insurance, things will be easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Yanina, for your time.
Okay.
And then, so I'm glad that you were here today with us. And to the viewers, thank you for watching us today. And then please make sure to put your comments on our videos to make sure that we respond your questions on a future interviews. So with people that came to our channel. And thank you again. Please follow us on our social media channels. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.